In the 14th century, morning did not arrive gently. It rose through cold mist and silent fields, over stone towns that did not yet know how much they were about to lose. Behind those walls lived children, thousands of them. They did not know they were living in one of history's darkest centuries. To them, this was simply the world. Each day began with the sound of gates opening and boots pressing into wet stone. Fog clung to the streets as if even the air felt heavy. Inside timber houses, children slept on straw beneath smoke-stained beams. No soft beds, no bright colors, only the quiet breath of survival. They woke not to comfort, but to responsibility. Morning meant work. Parents dressed in silence. There were no long goodbyes. Everyone understood what the day required. Breakfast, when it existed, was small and shared. An empty bowl was not unusual. Hunger was familiar. Outside, the streets were narrow and unforgiving. Mud clung to bare feet. Childhood did not feel light here. Buckets were lifted with small hands. Water had to be carried. Strength came early. Markets stirred with noise and barter. But children did not wander freely. They worked between the movement, quiet, unnoticed. In flour-filled mills, they pushed grinding stones heavier than their own bodies. Dust coated their hair and lashes. In candle-lit workshops, they stitched cloth while wax dripped slowly beside them. Eyes strained in flickering light. In blacksmith shops, sparks burst against dark walls. Heat burned close to thin skin. There was no such thing as too young. Beyond the town walls, fields stretched beneath grey skies. Children bent low beside their parents. The land demanded effort, not innocence. Hands cracked, skin hardened. Softness did not last long in this century. When bread appeared, it was divided carefully, measured not by fairness, but by survival. Some children learned early what it meant to receive less and stay silent. Resentment had no space here, only endurance. Education existed, but behind stone walls. Inside monasteries, privileged boys traced letters into wax. Outside iron gates, other children watched. They learned something different. They learned who was allowed inside. Doors closed often in this world, and rarely reopened. There were moments of play. Sticks became swords. Stones became treasures. For a brief second, laughter returned. But even laughter was fragile. Disagreements turned sharp. Games mirrored the world around them. By adolescence, their eyes no longer looked young. They carried something heavier than their years. Then came the coughing. Quiet at first, easy to dismiss. Mothers pulled children closer as whispers moved faster than wind. Bodies wrapped in linen passed through the streets. Church bells rang again and again. No one explained the sickness clearly, but children recognized fear in adult faces. Red crosses were painted onto doors, a mark that meant isolation, or worse. Carts rolled slowly over cobblestone. They did not carry grain. They carried the stillness of loss. Some children clutched worn dolls or carved wood figures, small pieces of comfort in a shrinking world. Ash drifted through the air like grey snow. Homes that once held voices grew silent. Some children woke to emptiness. Orphaned, they wandered streets that no longer felt familiar. They knocked on doors that did not open. Beyond the walls, trenches deepened. Burials became hurried. Names faded quickly. Children stood at a distance, watching the earth close over what remained. A single flower fell into the soil, too small for the weight of goodbye. Churches filled with kneeling bodies. Candles flickered against cold stone. Adults searched for answers in prayer. Children searched faces for reassurance. Sometimes faith sounded louder than comfort. Even during plague, punishment continued in the square. Crowds gathered. Children were pushed forward to see, to understand consequence. Some turned their heads away. Others stared without expression. War did not pause for sickness. Soldiers marched beyond gates already touched by grief. Young boys watched them with something between fear and admiration. Helmets slipped over small faces. Swords felt impossibly heavy. Some mothers held their sons tighter, knowing protection had limits. For girls, childhood often ended quietly, with folded fabric and lowered eyes. Marriage was not a celebration. It was expectation. Then winter arrived. Snow settled on rooftops and shoulders alike. Cold pressed into thin cloaks. Some children stumbled beneath bundles of wood. Others reached down and helped them stand. They stole when they had to. They shared when they could. They survived together. Seasons changed. Buildings were repaired. Streets slowly filled again. But something invisible had shifted forever. The children who survived grew older, not gently, but abruptly. They had seen plague before they understood life, loss before they